yesterday's, and then we'll go start baling again. Welcome back to my office. It feels good to be back to work. Today's like the second day consecutively. He and I ran to St. Louis this morning, got radiation over and done with. Then we met with his radonc doctor, Dr. Perkins, she is truly amazing. Then we hustled back and Jason had lunch for us. Win-win. And then Jay was on nurse duty, and she's like, I think we're going to take a nap. And he's like, I think that sounds like a fantastic idea. So they were watching a movie when I pulled out of the driveway, and now I'm in the field. So, I thrive best when I'm happy. I mean, most people do. But this is my happy spot, my happy place is to be working in the fields, being busy. It also gives me some much needed time to think and talk and just kind of come to terms with some stuff. A lot of thoughts around Keaton, a lot of things around the farm. Just so incredibly blessed that this is this third cut. It's making some quality hay. We have hay for sale. If you need hay, we have hay. Tons of alfalfa this year, lots and lots of tonnage. So I will link all that below if you guys are into that thing. Or you just need some hay. We got it. Give Jason a call. But don't harass him. Let's see what else is happening. 8 days of radiation left after today. So next week he should be done. Numbers continue to trend in a very positive way, which is such a blessing. So thank you for your prayers. He's a walking miracle every day. Let's see. I don't know. We'll just talk as we go today. Or maybe we won't talk. Maybe just enjoy the view. We'll see how it goes. But let's see. Black Beauty is going to Farm Progress Show here in a couple weeks. So if you guys are in Decatur, Illinois, make sure to stop by the AGCO booth. She's going to be there. Pretty exciting. Pretty much an honor. She was at National Farm Show. That was where I got to see her for the first time. Was at National Farm Show when she was revealed with the double baler. I don't know what she'll be hooked to this time. Would be my assumption, maybe the double baler. But again, I don't know. So, but if you do plan to come to Farm Progress, Jason and I will be there only for the first 2 days, floating around. I have to get back. Just mom life keeps me on my toes. But if you're there, go get a picture with her. Tag me on social, Chronicles of Kayla. I will have some stickers. I will have some goodies. So, stop by. Come see us. Well, I haven't filmed a whole lot today, mainly because, one, I was just enjoying my tractor time. I'm enjoying being back in my office. Has been throwing a little bit of fits. I know why. Jason knows why. The hay is dry, but there's just a little bit too much humidity in the air, which it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of humidity because it's like 78. It's 78 in August, okay? Everybody's like, oh, it's ideal, beautiful weather. Nobody's complaining because it was so hot for so long. except for me. I'm complaining because I need it to be warm. I need it to be 90. I need it to be hot. I don't need the humidity, but I do need it to be warm and have a breeze so that I can put up the best quality hay. This is beautiful green alfalfa for third cut. Baylor is doing her job. Actually, she's doing a little bit too good of a job because the Baron wants to like not keep up with the things, and that's on us. We really need to step up to the 5250 bale Baron, but when we bought the 4250, we need to get our feet wet to make sure it was going to work with our setup and how we envisioned it to work. We also didn't have the quantity of hay, so it didn't really matter as much until we hit straw last year and we found out, whoa, Baylor can put out 800 bales an hour if everything is ideally working. That means like the windrow has to stay consistent. Everything has to just stay very consistent. Obviously, we know in hay that's not always the case. You may have a little bit thicker windrow, you may have a thinner windrow, but it just changes. Everything within farming is a constant variable. And right now, it's the weather. July was raining. It rained all of July, so we didn't do a whole lot of anything besides take care of Keaton. And now it's cooled off, which is a blessing, but also a curse because we need to get our hay done. Like, it feels weird for me to like have Jason already have everything picked up and he's legit waiting on me. That's not very often anymore. But I've just been listening to a podcast. I'll link it. I enjoy it. If it's your thing, go check it out. I also downloaded an audiobook that I have not started because I was thinking too much. Me think too much. I wish you guys could see just how green this hay truly is, how beautiful it looks. The camera does not do it justice. We'll get out and look at it, but I wish you could see just how truly beautiful this hay is. I know I'm going to get some flack because of how the field is been mowed. That is not a mower issue. That is the fact that this hay had been laid down and we were mowing it and trying to pick it up. So obviously it's not going to be clean cut off there because that hay was laying down. We've had that every cutting over here so far because the alfalfa has grown immensely. We've had beautiful rain. This alfalfa has taken off and thrived. If you would have asked me last year if I thought this alfalfa was going to make, I need to go back and do the numbers because we almost made 7,000 the first time, 5,000 some this first time, so that's like 12,000, 13,000 bales the first two cuts, and now it's going to have, we can look, it's so far 3288 is what's on for third cut, and we still have to get all the way to the tree line. Like, I'm not gonna get there today. I used to stress about that. I used to be like, okay, I know that I have to get this much done in this amount of time, and if I don't get it done, that puts us behind another day. And it still does do that. Like, it still does put us behind, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like, I can't change that. I can't control the weather. All I can do is control me. I can control the machines that we use. But at the end of the day, it's in God's hands to control the weather. And whether he's not sending me full blast, I don't know. But he also knows that I apparently need some rest and sleep. So we're just making do, because that's sometimes what you have to do in farming is making do. You can't control everything. You just kind of gotta go with the flow. And that was very hard for me to learn over the last several years because I am a very much type A plan person. I want to know a plan each day. I don't like changing the plan. I want to stick to that plan, and Jason is fly by the seat of his pants. Always has been. He can just roll with it. And if anything with Keaton has taught me a few things, life is too short to be unhappy. Whether you're unhappy with your job, your life, something is holding you back. You have to learn to forgive, whether that's yourself, somebody else. You have to let go of the past, whether that's your past, somebody else's past, somebody wronged you, you wronged somebody. You have to learn to let that go and live. Because we are not guaranteed every day. We have to continue to go forward. And I am truly blessed. Like, this has been the hardest season I have ever went through. But at the end of the day, I am still so blessed. I have a job that I absolutely love. I love being in the tractor. I love being in the field. I love working with my husband. Not to say that's not hard, because there are hard days. There are extremely hard days when you work with your spouse day in and day out. But at the same time, I've never been more happy to be in a tractor. It is a blessing. We have had huge blessings working with Massey Ferguson and some of the other partnerships we've had over the last several years. And those partnerships come from hard work. It was not given to us. The equipment has not been, how would I say this? Yes, we use it as demo, but at the end of the season, we bought it. Like, we own this stuff, you know. We're gonna own Black Beauty. Those are the things we believe in. Like, I'm not out here to sell you something other than to be happy. Find God, follow your heart, and be happy. Doesn't mean every day is going to be easy or happy days, but you can't live in this like well of sadness, I guess. If that was the case, I would have never picked up the phone to video. I would never have opened my mouth to share God's word over the last several months. I would have just became a shell of myself. And I can't do that because, one, Keaton has not done that. Keaton has never said, why me, pity me, you know. He is just like, okay, this is what God dealt with me, and this is God teaching me to be something for somebody else. Do I always feel the best about that? No, obviously. But he has a good attitude, and he has done remarkably well. So we just keep going on, right? You just keep living and trusting in all things with God, and it'll all work out. That's what Jason's like. It'll all work out. It always does, doesn't it? And it's like, yeah, it does. It may just take a long ways and a detour, and you might get lost in a pothole or something, but it all eventually does work out. So I'm just going to keep bailing. I'm going to listen to my audiobook and just keep up cranking some hay. just taking some pictures for our Facebook page to show how vibrant and green and leafy this is. I wish you guys could smell this. Look how beautiful and green and leafy. Now we just gotta get them picked up. Finish loading out front. We'll see you guys a little bit later. We might have some full barns, y'all. That one is just about there. This one is there. This one will be there.